All right. So a lot of global people been wanting me to pretty much make a in-depth guide for the original demons. I really don't do that much on this channel like I used to do, but I'm gonna do it for you guys because I've seen people want it. And first I want to talk about, like, the skills, passives that you might face when dealing with the original demon, because we all want level 100. We want to be all cool with the 100 and stuff like that. If you do enjoy it, if you watch the video all the way and you do enjoy it, make sure you guys like and subscribe. Comment down below, if I should do other types of in-depth guides in the future and stuff, because it is literally, because I don't really try to do guides like this as much, because I'm basically a PvP channel. So if you do like the video, I really do appreciate it. But yeah, we're gonna be talking about his skills. Now I will be using footage from my streams that I be doing when I farm raids, so bear in mind with the quality of the video. Again, I'm just going into like the skills, the passives, other information you probably don't know, and probably free to play teams for you guys, because I know a lot of people be wanting to know what happens if I don't have this specific unit, and I'll tell you guys right now. Okay, so now we're on the original demon skills for phase 1. So you guys got to be very careful with phase 1, because on his first card he has a single target that will disable skill effects and reduce the damage dealt by special move for all skills by 30%. Now the reason why people use like a taunt unit like Matrona or Deanne is so they can have this debuff land on their taunt units, because he will go after your Gother, which means you will not be able to use your rank ups, and you need your rank ups so you can try to go for your gold immunity. Also, Deanne and Matrona are super tanky. Okay, and he also has a Sever triple 2 chance crit AoE. This is an AoE card. Now this AoE is very dangerous, so you want to make sure you have very built out characters. If you don't, you're probably gonna get nuked pretty easily by his AoE, especially if you get bad hands where you don't get a silver rank up. Your whole goal is try to get a silver rank up and try to go for a gold immunity buff, because you want to watch out for his debuff card. On the third turn, he gets a regeneration buff. It gives you 30% of the HP lost at the beginning of your turn. For 2 turns, increase your max HP by 20%. When he reaches third turn, he's going to be pretty much a lot more tankier. So you want to try to make sure he is dead pretty soon, or has a pretty low HP, because you don't want him to keep lasting as long. For his fourth turn, and this is the most important part about it, he will have an AoE debuff. Disable all cards that buffs and debuffs for all enemies for 2 turns. Disable rank 2 or higher skills. Rank down the skills at the end of enemy turn. So basically he has a Fest Gother AoE debuff. So you have to be very careful on the fourth turn. Pretty much you want to try to go for your rank ups. Instead of rank ups, if you don't get it before the fourth turn, try to go for your gold immunity before then. If you just have one person who has a rank up, but they have the silver on their Arthur card, just go for the gold, and as long as you have the immunity, you can pretty much stall for even more rank ups. All right, so we're on phase 2 of his skills. He inflicts 350% attack power on a single enemy and sucks 100% of the inflicted damage. Recovers HP, which is a certain percentage of the damage caused by blood sucking. Now he will get a lot of HP back when he attacks, and you can tell by the multiplier it's very high, so he will do a lot of damage. You want to make sure you have a taunt, or just know you want to have a taunt either from Matrona or Deanne when dealing with this skill. He also has another skill where he deals 300% attack power damage to a single target enemy and reduces special move gauge by 2. Again, it's another high damaging a single targets, so you want to make sure you have at least a taunt up if you're scared about losing a character. Now on his third turn, he gets a different type of buff. Unlike the phase 1, on this phase he gets a reflect. He reflects 150% of the damage received for 2 turns. Now you want to be very careful and cautious of this reflect, because it could cause you to get nuked. You want to make sure you can guarantee a kill or be able to remove his buffs, or this will be a very troublesome buff to face. Now on the fourth turn, it's not the most dangerous debuff, but it could cause some problems if you don't have immunity up. You reduce all enemies attack related stats by 30% for 2 turns. Now this isn't the worst debuff, but you can tell how dangerous it can be when you have a phase where he can heal a lot and do a lot of damage, and now on the fourth turn he can lower your attack related stats. So it's best to have your immunity up, or he'd be dead before then, because remember, he doesn't have a cap on the damage, so you can nuke him pretty easy. Now this no cap on phase 2 is a little bit dangerous, because he has a passive when he starts off where he gets a damage immunity buff. Now, to do damage through that damage immunity, what you need is a long distance attack. Usually you guys are going to be used from your DN, and bring him down to a threshold where he loses it. It's a certain HP threshold where he loses it, or you can use the ultimate. Now, the thing that's dangerous about this phase where he has pretty much no cap is that you can end up hitting his other damage immunity, which is going to be when he's below 10%. And when he's below 10%, that means you probably got to do the same thing over again, where you might need an ultimate or a long distance attack again. And usually DN is the best one for it. So this is why DN, or I guess you can say Matrona, is also good for it as well. But I believe you want to bank, if you don't have DN, you probably want to bank on your ultimate, because Matrona doesn't really do that much damage for AoE. Not an AoE, her long distance single target. Alright, so we have phase 3 skills. Now this is going to be a little bit challenging for a lot of people, but it's okay. Now, this is the interesting skill he has. He deals 160% damage to all enemies, increase the damage dealt by 15% for each stance and debuff on that enemy. So you want to be very, very careful while having your stance up, because you're going to do a lot more damage. And you want to make sure you have no debuffs on you, because he's going to do a lot more damage. Now, I guess DN or Matrona having a stance up is not that problem, because DN loves having damage on her just for a passive. But yeah, keep that in mind. He has another AoE. If you don't know, this is an AoE. Which 150% attack power on all enemies, causing cutting damage that does not cause critical additional damage of 75% of cutting. Critical damage is 100%. So he has pretty much Zeldris single target, fast Zeldris single target, but it is an AoE. So you're probably going to notice that he's not going to be critting, like unlike phase 1 where he was critting with a sever card. He's going to not want to crit at all, and he's going to do a lot of damage because of it. Now on his third turn, he has another different type of buff. For 2 turns, increase attack by 45%, applies a buff that decreases the damage taken by 10% for 1 turn after taking damage, can be duplicated 3 times. So pretty much Red Tarmiel buff. I haven't really seen any big problem about this buff. As long as you have the gold immunity and stuff up, this buff isn't that bad, but it could cause a lot of damage when he starts re-hitting you. So you want to make sure you kill this phase off as quickly as possible. Now on 4th turn, he inhales 20% of all enemies maximum HP for 2 turns. Decrease the maximum HP of the target and recovers your HP by a reduced amount. Pretty much Malaska debuff. Now he's going to regain HP back, and he's going to do a lot of damage as well. So again, you want to try to make sure you kill out this phase as quickly as possible. Now, I'm really going to try to explain to you all the goals you want for each phase, because a lot of people do be confused on what they want to try to do for each phase. I have said a little bit of it while discussing the skills, but I feel like it'd be kind of best if I really go in detail on what you should try to go for. Oh yeah, before I do that, let me talk about some important passes for you guys. All right, because I be seeing all these videos and stuff on what you want to use. First important one, reduce damage. The damage you receive from the goddess tribe is reduced by 100%. All right, you don't want to be using Sariel in like the higher stages of this raid. No, goddesses will not work. No. If you not worried, if you don't think they're gonna do damage, don't try it. But yeah, Sariel is a no-go in the higher stages. Probably in the lower stage you can use Sariel. He has strong body, skill to use to turn an enemy. Your damage will not exceed reducing the maximum HP, and pretty much this is just a cap on the damage, which he gets on phase 1 and phase 3. Disable the evasion effect of an attack, so no evading. Nice try, buddy. Reduce HP related abilities on all enemies by 25%. So don't try to life steal or heal your way out of this damage. All right, that's pretty much what they're trying to say. And on this one, he gets like on phase 2, where pretty much he has a ult lock seal when you hit max ult gauge. So don't try to ult rush on the second phase, unless you have the damage immunity. If you have the immunity buff from Arthur, don't try to ult rush. So the best team for the raid, and this is where I'm going to be pretty much talk about what you want to do for each raid, and this pretty much is the best team. This is for hell. You can do this for extreme, hard, whatever you want to do. But pretty much you want a mono red team, and dark and light pretty much ignores the rule of the raid. So you can see one person has Rick Gother, Deanne, and Elaine. Another person has Arthur, Rick Gother, Elaine. You can switch up the sub. I'll talk about the subs as well, what you want to use if you don't have a lane or don't want to build a lane. And you can see both people have Trader Meliodas. Trader Meliodas is the DPS. Deanne is strong for the raid, so she also is a really good pick for the raid. Unfortunately, a lot of people don't have her, and I'm gonna let you guys right now know she is not in the coin shop exchange. She is not in a coin shop exchange, so don't expect to get a Deanne from the coin shop exchange. Right now she's pretty much rare, well, not rare, but you know, you can get her. So good luck, buddy. And I'm pretty sure a lot of people already has a red Arthur, so you're gonna have to either you want to be the Arthur or you're gonna be the Deanne, right? You choose. Some people can be both. Some people probably gonna be Arthur because they never chose Deanne, or summon up for Deanne, and you're gonna be looking for Deanne players. So Deanne players, you're probably gonna be the most valuable person around. All right, so strategy to beat Original Demon phase 1. What you want to try to do is throw up your Deanne stance. You're gonna try your best to go for rank 2 silver before the 4th turn, because as I explained through his skills, he will debuff seal you with Fast Gother debuff. And you want to rank 2 into a gold buff immunity and just kill the boss afterwards, because you're gonna have a lot of gold cards. A lot of people, what they do is they use 2 Meliodas Amplify cards. From you or in your partner both use a gold card, and then somebody who else has an extra card use that gold AoE or another damaging card. You want to save your Deanne single target for the next phase so you can break the damage immunity. All right, or you want to try to go for your ultimates. Some people use ult food, some people use attack food. It all depends on you, but that's what you want to go for. If you somehow do not get a gold buff immunity from pretty much ranking up with a silver card, try your best to get that gold buff, or you're gonna get sealed. So if you're the Arthur player and you have a silver Arthur buff and you have 1 rank up, just rank up to the gold. You can install out the phases once you have that gold up. I kid you not, you can. All right, so for the phase 2 strategy, all right, he starts off with a damage immunity passive. I've explained it before, but what you want to need to do is use a long distance red attack. I believe it's like, yeah, you have to use a long distance red attack, or an ultimate to lower his HP threshold. And once his HP is lowered to a certain extent, that'll allow you to pretty much do damage with your other cards. Now this phase can be a little bit tricky because he does not have a damage cap on him, so you could cause him to proc his other damage immunity, which is where it's below 10%. So you want to be very careful and cautious about that. This phase is also where he does a lot of damage to you. So if you're scared about taking a lot of damage, or if you know you cannot kill, try to go for your Deanne stance if you do have it, or pray he doesn't target one of your characters twice, because he will kill off your character because he does a lot of damage. His card has a high multiplier, so it's almost guaranteed. If he double attacks one of your characters, they're probably gonna die. They're not named Deanne or Matrona. All right, phase 3 strategy. This is probably the easiest phase of them all. I have had moments where I got shafted. Me and my partner get shafted plenty of times on this phase, and we always come out winning with Deanne, because Deanne just hits so hard on these stages, because she's gonna have her passive all built up and stuff. But yeah, this one has a damage cap like phase 1. It has a lot of resistance, so your Trader Meliodas AoE doesn't do that much damage. It's kind of sucky, I know. So you want to try to, you probably at this moment have a lot of gold cards. You probably have a lot of ultimates. Just ult, gold card, and SGG. Now, if you somehow don't have that, try to stall your best by using your Deanne stance and try to go for her ult so you can heal right back up. Again, this phase does do a lot of damage as well with AoEs. So again, you have to be very careful. That's why it's best to have really built out characters. So try to do your best at what you can do with your team. You don't have to go for hell if you don't want to. Your best can go off for extreme. You can do hard. All right, level 100. It's gonna be there, guys. All right, it's gonna be a lot of SSR penance. Do not try to rush in things. You know, don't expect to be like, yo, I'm gonna do hell mode and you barely got a built out team. Take your time, man. Just do extreme, hard. have friends, and do all that good stuff together. All right, don't try to rush into stuff. Just make sure you are comfortable at farming at that level. All right, I'm comfortable at doing hail or extreme, but you want to make sure you're comfortable at your own level. You don't want to be messing up the strategies and stuff. Just do you. All right, that's my only opinion. Just do you. All right, so this is where we get to the fun part. Units you're gonna need. So you saw me talk about the best teams, but you're probably like, yo man, what if I don't have Trade Meliodas? What if I don't have this character? And I'm here for you guys. All right, so good characters. Trade Meliodas, Terry, Scotty, Derry, Red Eskin, Rem, all good attackers. Now Terry's in here because a lot of people do be using the gold counter strat where he pretty much nukes with his gold counter, and I have spoken before where he has a lot of resistance. So his Terry ultimate is going to do a lot of damage. That's pretty much it. Now, these are some other attackers you can use. Pretty much normal / hard if you're pretty much a casual person who don't want to build out too many characters. Sario is very good on hard. Now, I did talk about where he has a 100% reduction on goddess characters in terms of damage. But Sario still is really, really good because it's power strike and he has a lot of resistance. Merlin, also really good. I don't know if people do use her in extreme. I'm pretty sure a lot of people would be like shaking in their boots if they see this in extreme. But again, she could be workable with a mono green team, like with Jennifer Liz, to get that gold card instantly, or a silver card rank up instantly, which is really, really good. So you could try to use her on extreme as well. I just put it in normal hard because I expect most people just to run mono red through everything, but that's just me. All right, taunt units. If you don't have DN, use Matrona. That's it. Use Matrona. Matrona is the only best option if you don't have DN because there's not that many good red taunt unit, and you definitely need a taunt unit for this raid. Debuff removal. If you somehow, weird enough, do not have an Arthur, you can use Easton. You can use fake Liz. You can use them. Or on usable or normal hard, you can use Margaret because again, he has a 100% reduction for goddesses. So she's gonna be pretty much useless afterwards. So you probably want to use her normal hard. I don't know if I've seen her on stream because I'm pretty sure that everybody has an Arthur. It'd be weird if I did not see a person with Arthur. For rank up units, if you're doing extreme, Green Gother is okay. All right, Green Gother is okay. You don't have to run the Red Gother. I use Red Gother because I don't feel like switching teams all day. So I use Red Gother all the time. But if you're a person who don't have a really built Red Gother, you can use Green Gother instead, and Green Gother can boost attack related stats as well. But again, it doesn't really matter most of the time. As long as you got to rank up, you're good. Sub units. I forgot to bold this up. Okay, but yeah, sub units. Elaine is godly. All right, pretty much once you buffed up, she gives you a 1.5. What is it? 1.5 multiplier buff. Afterwards, that's pretty much the correct math for it. So she's really, really good for the raid. Now, a lot of people do not have Elaine built at all. And I don't blame you. Who cares about Elaine? So you can use these other characters who are also really, really nice. SR Liz and Twiggo. Good support if you don't have really built out gear. Because SR Liz can heal you. And Twiggo can make your HP pretty high on your red units. But it only works on red units. That's why a lot of people just go for SR Liz instead. Ragnarok Bond. Kane, Jericho. I use Ragnarok Bond for a higher CC because he's a SSR and those are SRs, and he's used for pretty much everybody. Same with Kane. Kane can be used for everybody, but he's SR, and I don't know if a lot of people have Kane built. Jericho is for only red characters. If I'm not mistaken, I think she's only for red characters. Did they change the pass? I forget, but I'm pretty sure she's just for red characters. But again, Bond is way better. Bond is cooler. But if you want to use these other characters, go for it. Elaine, I usually use Elaine, Bond. I did use SR Liz for a while. But as I started like level 100 my characters and building up my main team, I just switched to Elaine and Bond, and everything just was like great. But for people, you can use these characters. Other information you probably don't know. You probably don't know. It costs a lot to level up a units. Pretty much it'll be 6, that's 12. If you go for 90 to 100, it'll cost 125 blue mats and 145 No, it's not 145. It's 75 Belmont mats for 92 or 100. But all together, thanks to Speedy for making this stuff, level up total, you're gonna be 33 pendants deep from going from 0 to or going from 50 to 100. You're gonna be 33 pendants, 50 reds, 80 gray, 80 crimsons, 145 Belmonts, and 125 blue material. And the Super Awakening, it's gonna be 48 to 63 coins. Fun stuff. I'm pretty sure this gold is not correct unless you're talking about just this part right here. But it's gonna be a lot more gold than this because you're gonna have to use EXP pots, and I tell you, it's gonna be a lot. All right, I just went through like, what was it like? I did like 300 of the big ones today just to build out 3 characters. All right, it took a lot. I think I wasted like 200 AP pots yesterday, and I just wasted all on like 4 characters to level 100. It's crazy. It's crazy how huge EXP. We need a bigger EXP thing or something. Like that is not okay. All right, I wasted all those AP pots. It's not okay. All right, how to spawn original demons. Chapter 4, 5, and 6 hail only. So this part right here, you can only use for original demons. The top part is only for Belmont. So hopefully you have you know what you're gonna be doing. Don't try to waste your grays and reds on the bottom part. You probably want to waste it up here because once these slots are gone, it's gone forever. Right? You can't re-get those slots. So be very cautious about these 3 on the bottom. Now, a lot of people don't really talk about the Goddess of Blessing events. If you don't know how it works, when you get to level 3, this is what you want to do. You can buy either 60 minutes or 1 chance of getting 3 additional raid maps for original demon. This is what it looks like. Now, the 3 additionals is actually really, really good because on hail you really get a higher chance of pulling blue materials. So this is what it could look like. This is from me just facing off with a friend or something like that. This was 10. This is 18 materials. 18 right here. I'm pretty sure this is just with a random person. You can guarantee your 4 raids turn into 7. So pretty much you can have 10 plus guaranteed for each raid because you're usually going to get another blue. So you're going to have 7. Sometimes I get like 7-3 and then some random chests and stuff like that. Sometimes I get like 7-4, which is 11. So you're going to be getting guaranteed 10. And all you have to do is just spend 1,200 of points. You get 60 minutes. This is one I recommend, the 1,200 one. But to farm with the points is pretty much going to be, you're just wasting time, right? You just go, like, you just chill. You just chilling. Like, there's no way of increasing the time to get this much points. You pretty much going to be, just waiting. It's just a waiting game to get that 1,200. And once you get that 1,200, it's best to use it when you have a lot of raids coming up for yourself. Like if you're a streamer like myself, I don't know, and you got people lined up, just pop this 1,200 and get to rating, and you're gonna get 7 additional every time, which could be very, very useful and helpful for you. And I know a lot of people really don't talk about this blessed events, probably forget about it. Now this also has a lot of other boosts. I don't know if I'm going to do a guide for the other boosts. Maybe once I go on global you can get a better look at it, but yeah. And I think that's pretty much I want to talk about. I probably just talk about the CC at the end from all this. But yeah, guys, again, if this is really, really helpful, you just make sure you like the video. Tell me if you want me to do more stuff like this. Really do appreciate to get feedback from you guys. I know how it is not knowing what to do for each phase, so I'm trying to do my best for you guys so you can really be helpful in these raids. I don't want to see you guys get kicked out the raids, all right? I don't want to see y'all get waste y'all time because y'all don't know what to do. I want to see you guys succeed, and I want to see what character y'all first level 100. I want to see that. I really want to see that. All right, so this time we're going to talk about the team's CC for the end of the video. If you don't know, the team CC is going to be 550k for hell, so make sure you have to be over 275k to be good. Extreme is going to be 400k, and hard is going to be 300k. Normal is going to be 200k. Now the difference between extreme and hell is that you have a higher chance on hell to get the blue materials. You can see with extreme you have 30 20 20 for 2 and 1 and stuff like that. Not the best chances, but on hell mode you have Guarantee 4 right there. Wait, oh my god, guarantee. I keep clicking the freaking back space. But yeah, guarantee 4. Oh my god, can I click it? Oh, there you go. Guarantee 4. You can see 3 down there for 80%. It's just a higher chance. You can see some teams that people are using as well. You can see Terry, Matrona, and Darius, things that I've talked about. You can see Lane is number 1, SR Liz, Bond. Oh my god, why are we using Perkate Bond in the back? Is that for CC? But yeah, guys, these are some units I was talking about you can use. I'm pretty sure he's gonna be like, oh, people are using Margaret and Sario also. Ooh, maybe they are kind of decent on extreme. Not recommended, but they're probably decent. And yeah, you can see Elaine and Rimuru and stuff. I say Elaine, Merlin, Sario and stuff for hard. But yeah, guys, again, hopefully guys this video helped you out. I just want to see you guys, you know, do good, do great, see what you level up. And then yeah, guys, I'm about to go to sleep. This is Marilli, guys, and I'm out. Peace.